Hello, everybody. Craig DeLuce here on behalf of the Firearms Policy Coalition. It's New Year's Eve, or at least everywhere but the East Coast. In the East Coast, obviously, it's now 2020, but it's still 2019 everywhere else in the country. Anyway, folks, I'm just here because I just want to remind you guys, we need your support. We need you to help us to be able to do what we do. I've talked to you today about our legislative efforts, about what we're expecting coming up here in the state of California at the federal level, and we also know that there's a lot more that's going to be going on all across the country. Whether it's Colorado, Oregon, Washington, we've seen stuff being proposed in Texas and in Arizona. I mean, all of these are things that and efforts that are going to require effort and work from a civil rights Second Amendment advocacy group. And that, I think, if there's one thing that makes FPC stand out from all the others, it's that we're not a conservative group. We are a Second Amendment civil rights advocacy group. We don't get into other issues. We don't do public safety. We're not a public safety advocacy group, right? We are purely about supporting policy that protects and expands our fundamental right to keep and bear arms, and opposing legislation that restricts or infringes on our fundamental right to keep and bear arms. So I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the East Coast and it's 2020 now, well, then you can, in 2020, support our 2020 efforts. But if you're any place else in the country, well, then you can support our 2020 efforts in 2019 and help us hit our goal, the fundraising goal that we're trying to make sure that we hit before this evening is over. So please take a moment, follow the link in the description of this video, make a donation to the Firearms Policy Coalition, and then send this video to your friends and family and encourage them to do the same. Once again, I'm Craig DeLuce on behalf of the Firearms Policy Coalition. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back at you shortly.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.